So raise your hand if you have mugwort. This is an invasive weed, and it's so difficult to get rid of. Hi everyone, Larry Satchwell here. Mugwort is so invasive, and there's just no really good way to kill it. You can see it's all in my daffodils here. It just takes a little bit of root in the soil to keep it going. So several years ago, this was all over my flower garden hill here. For 2 years, we kept it covered. We took all the plants that we could and put them down in the garden, and then we covered this entire area for 2 full years with black plastic. And that worked. It was several years ago, but now it's back because I think we just needed to keep it on there for maybe 5 years. I don't know. You can use herbicides, and I'll put them in the description below, but I hate doing that. So my strategy here is to try to get as many of these roots out as I can. I'm digging up my daffodils as well. And there's a lot of rock in this hill. This is the hill where we bought the house. This is the hill where the person who moved the house here, it was moved in from another area, buried a lot of scraps. So there's asphalt shingles in here, there's bricks, there's cement, but these have had quite a bit of time to make a new flower, and they may not flower next year, but I'm going to replant them as soon as I finish this. I'm just going to take the dirt and all and send this to the dump, because even if I left a little clump, this much is enough to spread it. And I know I can't get all the roots. So I'll cover it with black plastic. There's some right there. And once the plastic is off, try to keep ahead of it. But I've got spots of it all through the hill here. So I'm going to finish digging this out. I'll put some black plastic over it and then some mulch. And this is going to be a bare spot in the garden. Might try to put a container or something here. Well, I'm not going to lie. That was a lot of work. It took me about an hour. Being retired, I can have a coffee break. So about 10:30, I went in, changed shirts, put on a dry shirt, and had my second cup of coffee. Now, I really want to do this organically. So here's my thought. I'm putting today's manure on here. It's fresh as can be. It's horse manure. And my thought is if this will burn, because we know fresh manure has so much ammonia in it that it will burn the plants. So I want to burn that mugwort, and I really want to burn the heck out of it. So I had this hole in here, so I am filling it with fresh manure. While I was at it, I also had some sedge over here, so I went ahead and dug it up too. That stuff is so hard to get rid of. So now I'm going to go get my black plastic and put it over this. And to keep the plastic down, I'll use some brown mulch. Probably going to take a couple of bags. You know, I thought 2 years under black plastic would be enough to get rid of that, but it is tenacious. And I won't be opening this up until next fall, and hopefully I can plant some more daffodils in here. Well, I want to try to get rid of that mugwort as organically as I can. And as you can see, my bulbs are still here. As I was sipping my second cup of coffee, I got to thinking, what if some of that mugwort root, and it doesn't take more than 1/4 of an inch, is tangled up in my daffodils here. And some of these are paper whites. And if I put these back in the garden now, it would just exacerbate my problem. So I've decided to let these stay here. I'm going to let them dry out. The tops here will wither and dry. I'll probably store these in some sawdust until the fall. And, you know, there's probably 50 bulbs here or more. And if they don't bloom next year, they'll bloom the year after. But I think they've gotten quite a bit bigger, and some of them need dividing anyway. So that's it for now. If you like this kind of content, I put out on my garden tour the 1st and 15th of every month. Thanks for watching. Stay busy in the dirt. Until next time.